Jayce Lowman, the senior quarterback, did not have to throw a single time in that first quarter for his team to get a 7-0 lead. He goes to the air for the first time on the opening play of the quarter, and he's got Tyler Thilmoni at midfield. He can throw too.
He can, and you look at that throw, it was on a dime. Just because it was man-to-man coverage, it didn't matter. And the defense was pretty strong on that play. It was in a situation where it was an open play and a broken defensive play. It was a beautiful throw. And to a very good credit there to Lowman. You just look at the drop back. He knew where he was going the entire time. Perfect spiral. Saw a little bit of a crease.
30 yards on the first completion of the game from Lowman to Thilmoni. A skill position spots to fill, but he felt confident that his guys could. Lowman keeps it this time. He fooled everybody. Lowman down the sideline, and he's chased down inside the 5-yard line. Ethan Johnson makes the touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a 40-yard pickup from Lowman.
We talk about dual threat quarterbacks all the time in high school, college, in the NFL. He knew exactly where he was going with this the entire time as soon as he took the snap. And that's back-to-back big plays for a man-down offense that you are smiling ear to ear if you're this team, just because you had some concern. Can you bust open those big plays? And they're doing that already in those drives.
Back before halftime.
And you have 2 timeouts too, so you have plenty of time on the board with a couple of timeouts.
Lowman to throw, slant route caught by Teets, but it looks like it might be short of the first down marker.
You can't fault Teets because this is what the play is drawn up as, but if you're able to have the awareness to get maybe a yard or 2 deeper to push down and get the first down, that makes all the difference in the world. Now you have a decision to make. Do you go for it on 4th and inches, or do you pin Minot deep and force them to go the length of the field with under 2.5 minutes and only 2 timeouts? In basketball all the time, can you get a 2-for-1? This is a perfect position for the Braves.
You think they're going to push the tempo, or just be content right now going in down 1 and starting with the ball in the second?
First couple of plays will dictate it. I was just going to say, I think they'll go quick.
They do go quick, and it works for a pass across the middle, a first down. Aaron Grubb, the tight end, with his first catch.
Because Lowman has the posture, he has the poise, he has the moxie of a quarterback that can move the football quickly and do it efficiently.
Yards on the pass. Lowman again to the air. Has a man, and it's Teets. Teets. Touchdown! Quick strike for the Braves.
Number 16, Teets, for a 52-yard man-man touchdown.
Quick hitting ability. Who has it in high school football? That is one of the biggest keys that you look for, especially at the start of the season. Mandan has that. What a beautiful pass through the middle. A couple of defensive backs were in front of the play, but they weren't behind it, and Teets had nobody in front of him.
Eldon's team up by 5. 2 plays, 72 yards, all of them through the air for Mandan to score the touchdown. Lowman will go to the air with it. Rolls out to the right. Short pass, completes it to Thilmoni, who dives ahead for the first down and gets out of bounds with 9 seconds to go.
Well, also what this does is it gives your offense a chance to see what other looks Minot's defense is going to give you in the passing game. And it also builds more confidence for Lowman. Maybe that's what this drive's about. Maybe it's not necessarily let's go down and score. Let's give Lowman a couple of more chances to throw the football, get outside the pocket, and see what he can do with his arm. And he has answered the bell every time he's gone to the air. He's had a very, very good pass play.
5 for 5, 121 yards and a touchdown. Not bad for your first career start.
Yeah, how about it? That's a very, very strong start for a first half.
A touchdown is what they need with 9 seconds to go. Unlikely, but we'll see. Lowman flushed out of the pocket by Burke, who's chasing him, and he just runs forward for a couple of yards.
Yeah, he had Teets open on the left side of the field, but so that's a play where you just take it, get out of bounds, reset.
Completion percentage, though, I mean, hey.
Absolutely, that's a great start. And you talk about a quarterback that's getting his first start. To be perfect in the first half, it hasn't been easy because there has been pressure from the Minot defensive line. It hasn't been just a cakewalk for those first couple of passes.
Mandan Mick that got them up 13-0. They went to the ground a lot to start things in that first half, especially the first quarter. This was the first play of the second quarter, the first pass of the game for Lowman, who aired it out to Philmoni.
Yeah, you were able to balance things out. You started off with strong running to open things up in the first quarter, and then you finally throw the football, and then it allows the offense to go back to the run. And it's a perfect example here of Lowman breaking things open at the quarterback position with the run game.
A 42-yard run from the quarterback keeper, and that sets up Halstengard, the fullback, to punch it in from a couple yards.
That sequence on a 14-0 Magicians run, but then they came back on a deep play to Teets where he was wide open, nobody there, and that's a response from Mandan that you wanted to see. They were up quickly, had a big lead by 2 touchdowns. Minot came back, took its first lead, and then that response is what capped off that first half. So a lot happened in half number 1 that Mandan had to try and navigate through, but the end of it was the strongest part of the game for them.
Todd Sheldon likes what he's seeing from his team there in the first half. They got down for a moment, but 2 plays, 72 yards, and less than a minute later, Mandan regained the lead on a touchdown to give them a 19-14 lead here at the break. Lowman was a perfect 5 for 5 in the first half with 121 yards and a touchdown. Not bad for his first career start at the varsity level. He keeps it, fires out. He has Zeitz for a first down.
Is complete to number 16, Teets. Tackle made by number 22.
And Teets on the outside has been so good. He's catching that and running forward with full head of steam. There's no way that Minot's defense is able to cover somebody that's able to get to the edge like that. He's a couple of steps away from being out of bounds. That's hard to cover if you're any defense. And you'll just watch all season long. This kid, he can run.
And I think you can say the same for Lowman, the quarterback, too. If it wasn't for the fact that he was behind a 2-time all-conference quarterback in Dane Carlson, that's a guy who could have been playing last year at the quarterback spot.
And he looks so comfortable. He's a guy who you pin prototypical quarterback height, size, and arm. He's 6'3". He sees over the defense. There's not going to be very many defensive linemen that are taller than him at the quarterback position. And when you watch him throw, throughout the rest of this game, hopefully we'll see another couple deep drops. When you watch him throw, he has such an ease and calmness to him. Just look at the shot you had there. And even right here, you can tell how much taller he is in the defensive line.
He rolls out, flips it short. Pick up about 3 yards to midfield.
Number 22, Pierce.
That's Jacob Pierce, his first catch of the game. And Lowman's now 7 of 8 through the air. He hasn't had to throw a whole lot, but when he does, he's converting well.
And he's looked calm on the play fakes. You see how easy it was on that exchange from the left to the right, hand to the right. It's just been so easy for him, and that's the shortest pass attempt we've seen him throw today. And he just looks like he belongs here. And you're right, it's too bad. It really is too bad that we couldn't see him play for 1 or 2 more years on top of this senior year.
In the third quarter, Lowman piecing together a nice drive. He looks to throw, wanting it all towards the end zone. He's got Philmoni, but it's knocked away. Great coverage downfield by Ruziska.
Number 2, Philmoni. Coverage provided by number 22, Ruzika.
Another strong play by a defensive back for Minot. Their man-to-man coverage, which is a daunting task when you have a quarterback like Lowman you're going up against. Just a nice job to stick the paw in, punch it out.
And Max in our other Beck game tonight. 4th down and 6, big play. Lowman rolls out, has to get rid of it in a hurry. He has a man, and it's caught for a first down. Drew Condon, the senior tight end, makes his first catch of the season, and it's a big one on a 4th and 6 play.
I was just going to say, I can't wait to see the replay. He was dead in the water in the backfield, and then what a toss over the middle of the field on 4th down. We've talked about how many nice plays that the quarterback Lowman has made today, Noah, but that is his most impressive play. Breaking pressure that he's seen all this entire second half and making something out of nothing, and it was a big something inside the 5-yard line.
This time they're in danger of going 3 and out if Minot's defense can get a stop. Lowman heaves. Philmoni can't quite haul it in.
That was a highlight reel waiting to happen. As soon as that ball was thrown in the air, you knew that Lowman gave his guy a chance to make that play. At first, it almost looked like it was an overthrow, but then it was a quick recovery, but just out of the hands of Philmoni. Beautiful toss, though.
That was put on a great spot there from Lowman.
Handoff.
This time Lowman keeps it, fooled the defense, stretches outside, first down before he's ripped out of bounds by Wentz.
Ball carried by number 13, Lowman on the keeper. Tackle made by number 14, Wentz.
11 yards that time for Lowman.
The gain is to the Minot.
I've been really impressed with Lowman's ability to pass, but also run today. Mandan has something going with this quarterback, Noah. We talked about it a little bit earlier. He's somebody who didn't get a chance until this year because of the depth in front of him at the position, but this is somebody you have to keep an eye on at the ability, his height, but just the way he commands things. Every time he's been quote-unquote flustered by the defense, he hasn't really been flustered.
Sweeney accelerates down to the 34-yard line.
And I use the term flustered loosely because that's when the defense is supposed to fluster him, but he's been calm, and he makes it look so easy. And Sweeney, this is just, look at that. There's nobody there to even touch him until the third level. We've been continuously on this dual threat quarterback train the last couple of years, and Lowman has shown that he's going to be that guy for Mandan this year.
3rd and 1, they go to the air, and how about that for the dagger? Lowman with the touchdown toss. Anthony Johnson, the senior tight end, with his first reception of the season, and that puts it away for the Braves. "12-yard touchdown toss. Minot was playing the run. Mandan went play action, and the Braves are up big.
Donation to Minot High School football teaching program.
33-14 the win tonight for Mandan in the season opener. And how about the night tonight for the senior quarterback getting his first career start? Jayce Lowman goes 9 of 13, 170 yards, a touchdown, and he added 50 more on the ground.
First game of the season is always a testament to where you can start on the year, and a senior quarterback with his first career start, he did so many things well that the offense just was running through him so smoothly. He made plays like that all night long. Didn't throw the ball very often, but when he did, it was more often than not going straight to the hands of the wide receivers, and then his running ability too really helped set the tone, because then it put Minot's defense in a pinch. Do you key in on the running backs, or do you test Lowman and make him throw it? It was just a very tough situation for Minot. And then also, that play was the most impressive, I thought, of the night. He was nearly sacked on a 4th down play, turns nothing into something. A big play there, too, and then running the football again. He was just phenomenal tonight.
That was one of many first downs they had on their final drive of the game to run the clock down on Minot. One more touchdown through the air tonight for Jayce Lowman. It was an all-around performance tonight. He threw for 170. The team rushed for 250, including 130 of those coming from Garrett Schaefbauer.
With Class AAA, it was Mandan and Minot, and I was driving into Mandan for this one. Couldn't help to have a smile on my face. I'm pumped. These teams pumped. Let's get to it. Braves on their first drive, run after run with Garrett Schaefbauer into the end zone, and Mandan leads 7-0 early. Minot with a response, 3rd and goal, a rollout. Trevor Emke to Hunter Ruzicka, 1 yard short. So what do? Magician's going to go hurry up. Emke, the quarterback, drive to the left, but Mandan wins at the line, and it's a turnover on downs. Second quarter now with Mandan on the option, and the camera guy still shaking off the rust as he loses the QB. A 40-yard QB route by Jayce Lowman. Mandan would score a few plays later, and they get their first win over Minot, 33-14.
Schwan of Schwan Buick GMC Cadillac. Proud to bring you this week's Sports Honor Roll.
Mandan's Jayce Lowman was a dual threat in the season-opening football win over Minot. He threw for 171 with 2 scores and had 227 total yards of offense. Flashers' Jace Freeze passed for 263 and 3 touchdowns as the Storm battled Beach in 9-man football. And Legacy's Clay Phelan threw for 386 against Century in the season opener.
The Sports Honor Roll has been brought to you by Schwan Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got you covered for a lifetime.